ladies and gentlemen, to kindly stand up and welcome the arrival of Samdech Bawrth Theppaday, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. I wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on today, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and pay my respect to their elders past and present. First of all, I would like to pay my greatest respect to Samdech Bawrth Theppaday, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, and welcome Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to Australia-Cambodia Business Forum. To begin our event, I would like to invite Samdech Theppaday, His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister, Excellencies ladies and gentlemen, to watch a video on Cambodia and Australia partner in economic growth and prosperity, the emerging powerhouse of ASEAN.
This journey is entwined with the 50-year ASEAN-Australian dialogue relations. Australia has been a steadfast partner in Cambodia's journey. From peace process to socio-economic progress, our relationship thrives on investment, trade, and transformative projects in education, agriculture, health, and infrastructure. Cambodia stands out as one of ASEAN's fastest growing economies. Its young, eager workforce, with over 300,000 new entrants annually, and its emergence as a Southeast Asia manufacturing hub, create great opportunities for investors. Cambodia's open economic policies offer significant benefits, including attractive tax and duty exemptions, and preferential treatment. Cambodia's strategic geographical location in the heart of Southeast Asia makes it an ideal investment destination. Cambodia and Australia, together with our ASEAN family, tackle shared challenges, climate resilience, pandemic response, and regional stability. Our shared commitment to a peaceful, prosperous ASEAN propels us forward. We celebrate this remarkable milestone, reaffirming our strong ties and envisioning even greater collaboration with the wider ASEAN community. Let's build a future where peace and opportunity prevail for all. Invest in the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Kingdom of Opportunity.
Now, it's my great honor to invite President of Cambodia Chamber of Commerce and Chair of ASEAN Business Advisory Council, Cambodia, to deliver his welcoming remarks on stage.
Good morning. I would like to express my sincere respect to the traditional owners of this land and to the past and the present elders. Samdech Theppaday, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, the Honourable Mr. Timye, it's good to see you again. We met in 2022 in Angkor Wat for the AEM meeting. Senator of New South Wales, Assistant Minister for Manufacturing, the Honourable Anlok Chanjung, Minister of Industry and Trade, New South Wales, Mr. Paul Gura, the CEO of Victoria Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Excellency, Member of the Royal Government of Cambodia, the Government of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Business Forum. I wish to inform Samdech Thapadai Phunmanai, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, that in 1980 I came to Australia with families and many of others Cambodians also under the United Nations refugee status 44 years ago. I undertook my education in Canberra, then I worked as a dishwasher for an Indian restaurant. Then I worked for Kodak and AMP Australia. Today, 40 years later, there are no Cambodians that come to Australia as refugees. Now only tourists and business people and students, because of peace and development brought by the former Prime Minister Samdech Daijun Hun Sen. So please give a clap. In 1991, I returned back to Cambodia after the Paris Peace Agreement to work and live there. Due to the win-win policy achieved in Cambodia, this enabled me to promote and contribute to the economic development of Cambodia. For example, for 20 years ago, that I joined a venture with ANZ Bank, which they headquartered in Melbourne. In 2004, 20 years ago, I launched the ANZ Royal Bank in 2005. Due to the ANZ Royal Bank in Cambodia, it brought many Australian companies to do business in Cambodia. Australia and Cambodia have come a long way since 1980, with the Cambodian culture now woven deep into the Australian society. Now, the young Cambodian generation in Australia have wealth and are also coming back to Cambodia to seek opportunity and contribute to the ongoing economic development, the growth of Cambodia. On my personal note, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Australia for its refugee support for all the Cambodians during the early 1980s. The world currently has many challenges, like geopolitical tension, the Russian-Ukraine war, the Israel and Hamas war. Now, Cambodia has long-lasting peace, and this because of Samdech Daijun Hun Sen, our former Prime Minister. I would like to take this opportunity to wish to inform Samdech Phunmanai that this place, the former Prime Minister Samdech Daijun Hun Sen, made the first official visit to Australia from the 9th to 13th October 2006, 18 years ago. He spoke at the first Cambodian Australian Business Forum here, held at this place, the same place, where we are today, which was arranged by the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce and the ANZ Royal Bank. Again in 2018, the ASEAN-Australia Special Summit in Sydney, the former Prime Minister continued to build relationships with Australia, and today, this legacy continues with Samdech Theppaday Hunmanang, and at its second ASEAN-Australia Summit. Today, I'm delighted and honored to welcome you all to Australia-Cambodia Business Forum, which is co-organized by the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce and its Melbourne representative office here. I wish to thank both the Royal Government of Cambodia and the Australian Government for their support for Summit and this event this week. In this room today, we have 104 Australian and 118 Cambodian companies represented with over 350 people. I urge you to exchange business cards between you all and business match and bring back trade and investment to our countries. I extend my appreciation to the entire team at Melbourne Representative Office of the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce and Mr. Francis Wong, who is the advisor to the Melbourne Representative Office. Your collective dedication and your hard work has led to the success of this forum. Your joint effort demonstrates the essential role you have played in advancing Cambodian and Australian economic relations. On behalf of Cambodian wider business community, I express our desire to continue to foster deeper connection with our Australian counterpart. Under the guidance of the former Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen, in 2014, CCC has now established 2 representative offices in Australia, one in Melbourne, one in Sydney. These offices will strengthen communication and boost trade relations between the 2 countries. Cambodia and Australia share a foundation, mutual respect, diplomatic engagement, and commitment to fostering prosperity within the ASEAN. We acknowledge the Australian invaluable contribution to Cambodian economic development path and further strengthen our bilateral economic relationship, which is the evidence with the current Cambodian-Australian Partnership for Resilient Economic Development Program. I just want to highlight the recent growth in bilateral trade between our nations demonstrates enormous potential and even greater partnership. In 2022, our total trade exceeded over $500 million. That's representing 65% increase from 2021. Despite the substantial growth, there remains significant potential for further expansion given the scale of our respective economy and the strength of our bilateral relationship. Overall, Cambodia provides stable business environment unhindered by substantial economic expansion, proactive policy, and skilled workforce. We invite Australian companies to explore the diverse opportunities that our Cambodian market present and ask you to contribute your expertise to share your success. There are many Australian companies that already invest in Cambodia. Many of them are here today. So please reach out to them and get their perspective on why Cambodia is a land of golden opportunity. សម្ដេចធិបតី Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in my role as the President of the CCC, under the direction of the Royal Cambodian Government, I fully support the promotion and attraction and capture of further investment trade between Cambodia and Australia. I urge the Australian airline to begin the direct flight to Cambodia, thereby bringing our two nations closer in terms of trade and investment and tourism. Under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Samdech Thepday Hunmanai, which is here to endorse Cambodia as a business partner for trade and investment. Cambodia offers a strategic gateway for Australian businesses seeking to diversify their goal, footprint, and optimize the supply chain due to the Cambodian extensive network proprietary trade agreement. Cambodia's impressive GDP growth over the past 3 decades, a strong evidence that the royal government of Cambodia is firm and in commitment in creating investment climate that is transparent, predictable, favorable to do business. Furthermore, Cambodia is firmly committed to open rules-based trade and investment, holding a multilateral principle and an international agreement. Cambodia continues to offer welcome investment environment with pro-business policies like general tax, concession, and benefit through our special economic zone, which are tailored to meet Pacific investment needs. Cambodia's reputation as being open and pro-business, pro-assurance for your long-term business success. So please, seize this opportunity to connect and collaborate with our Cambodian companies for new opportunities. Let us forge mutually beneficial partnerships and drive investment and trade growth. Discover your ideal Cambodian business partner is here at this forum. Invest in Cambodia, promising futures, and secure your strategic advantage in Southeast Asia, which have a market access to a regional over 2.5 billion under the ASEAN framework. Finally, I wish Samdech Thepday Hunmanai, the First Lady Dr. Pitchamani, and the delegation safe trip back to Cambodia. Samdech Thepday, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a good health and success in 2024. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Neomnya, for your meaningful remarks. Next, I would like to invite Senator, the Honourable Tim Ayres, Assistant Minister for Trade and Assistant Minister for Manufacturing. Welcome, Mr. Tim Ayres.
Your Excellency Samdech Prime Minister Dr. Hun Wen, Excellencies Deputy Prime Minister Sun Chuntao, Deputy Prime Minister Sok Chienda Sophia, Minister for Commerce Her Excellency Ms. Chom Nimor. Our hosts, Mr. Nyak Onha Kit Meng, President of the Cambodia Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Paul Guerra, CEO of the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ministers, Vice Ministers and Secretaries of State, distinguished business guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honoured to be here today on behalf of the Australian Government and delighted to see just how many of you have turned out this morning for this very special event. I acknowledge, of course, the traditional owners of this land and pay my respects to elders both past and present. These beautiful flowers are slightly in the way of being able to see my speech, I have to say. I'm just so pleased to join members of the Australian and Cambodian business communities to discuss how we can lift trade and investment between our two countries. I really very much enjoyed that introduction. It caused me to reflect on my own history as a boy growing up in country New South Wales. I was a strange young man. I read a lot of international current affairs. And one of the things that I read with deep interest during the 1980s was the progress that was made in Cambodia towards peace. And I, even at that young age, reflected with great pride on Australia's contribution, and in particular our then Foreign Minister Gareth Evans' contribution to the Paris Peace Accords and all of that work. So I'm delighted to be here today. I know business links are indeed a key focus for you, Prime Minister, during your overseas visits. Building business and investment links across this region that we share is also central to Australia's Southeast Asia economic strategy to 2040, launched last year. That strategy set out a practical pathway to raise awareness of opportunities, to remove blockages, to build capability, and to deepen investment right across Southeast Asia, including particularly with Cambodia. Of course, Australia and Cambodia have a positive trade relationship. Our total goods and services trade in financial year 2022-23 was almost 1.3 billion Australian dollars. I'm very pleased that Australia is importing high-quality, fragrant Cambodian rice, and it's readily available on our supermarket shelves and very popular with Australian consumers. And I'm pleased that Cambodians appreciate Australia's high-quality produce, particularly Australian beef. I know as well that many young Cambodians are choosing to study at Australian universities. We want Australia to continue to be the most popular English language destination for Cambodian students, and we very much are honoured by the opportunity to welcome and look after Cambodia's, I always say kids who come here to study, but they're of course young adults and they resent bitterly being called kids, but I know that when we bring students from Cambodia here, it's our honour to make sure that they're looked after and that they get an excellent education. And we want our bilateral trade to grow even more, including through events like this one. Our two-way investment is modest, but it has enormous potential, especially in education and professional services, in the resources sector, in Cambodia's growing green energy requirements, and in agriculture. I'm optimistic that we can leverage each other's strengths. Australia has huge value to offer in education, for example. IDP Education and the Australian Centre for Education have been active in Cambodia for 30 years. And recognising the significant impact this institution makes, Foreign Minister Wong opened the centre in Phnom Penh in 2022. ACE has delivered English language training to more than 500,000 Through the work of Springboard for Education, we are now seeing the Western Australian education curriculum is being used in Cambodian schools. We're proud to be a partner in supporting Cambodian skills development. We know that will be crucial as you move up the middle income ladder. We're also working hard in Australia to build awareness of the Cambodian market. Last July, Special Envoy for Southeast Asia Nicholas Moore visited Cambodia and launched the Handbook on Investing in Cambodia. That was a practical contribution. It explained Cambodia's investment regime, and crucially, it drew directly on the experience of existing Australian investors. That experience is key. The more positive stories existing investors tell, the more likely there will be new investment. Of course, the opposite is also true. I was also very fortunate to visit Cambodia in 2022, during what was a very successful year of Cambodia chairing ASEAN. That year we also celebrated 70 years of bilateral relations. So I'm particularly pleased to join Cambodian colleagues once again as Australia hosts this special summit, this time to mark 50 years of our dialogue partnership with ASEAN. Looking ahead to the next 50 years, I'm confident that there are vast untapped opportunities for us all to realise together. Together we can build a strong trade and investment relationship and contribute to each other's prosperity and to each other's economic development. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the summer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your insightful speech. Up next, I would like to invite Mr. Paul Gura, CEO of Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to deliver his special remarks. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be with you all here today. I am Paul Barrow, the Chief Executive of the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I too would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, pay my respects to their elders past and present, as well as any First Nations people who might be with us today. I'm honoured that we are joined by the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia today, and welcome to you, Prime Minister. Thank you to Nick, President of the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce. Nick, I'll reference you a little bit later in my speech as well. Your story is quite remarkable. Honourable Advisor of the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, my friend Francis Wong, and President of the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, the Melbourne office, T Tan, for inviting me here today. And to Assistant Minister for Trade, Senator Tim Ayres, welcome and thank you for joining us today here. Your remarks are very, very worthwhile and accepted, and you've made an impact already, and we hope what will be an ongoing trade relationship with Cambodia. Welcome to Christine Holgate, one of our country's great female leaders. You've also been a long champion of the ASEAN region, so welcome to you. To Scott Venker, CEO of the Melbourne Chamber of Commerce and Industry, welcome to you, in fact, to all of the Victorian Chamber team as well. And to all our Australian and Cambodian business leaders, welcome to you here. You are going to have a great day, I've no doubt about that. For those visiting, welcome to Australia, and especially my home state of Victoria. We trust this will be a truly fruitful visit to our fair shores. Welcome. Victoria is home to a significant Cambodian community, and we boast more than 23,000 Victorians of Cambodian ancestry. Since the first arrivals in the 1970s, the Cambodian community continues to enrich the fabric of Victoria's cultural identity. So many refugees who arrived decades ago accepted Australia and its way of life and made this country their home. And they went on to become exceptional community and business leaders. Few could argue the enormous benefits of accepting refugees from Cambodia when we look at your story, Nick. Your family arrived as refugees in Australia 43 years ago. You've gone on to make both your homeland and your adopted country beneficiaries of your commitment to strengthening trade and relationship between Australia and Cambodia, and for that, I thank you. The relationship between Australia and Cambodia is one that benefits both our countries enormously. We want to foster existing relationships, strengthen our ties, and engage in new opportunities. This is a fantastic room of people who will solidify this relationship. Business leaders, investors, innovators, ministers, entrepreneurs, traders, and professionals from both of our countries. And we're all in the business of ensuring growth and prosperity for our local economies and regions. An economic partnership is so important to the business community of Victoria. Cambodia, one of the fastest growing economies in the world, with an enviable 7% annual growth rate for the past 20 years. That's quite remarkable. The wealth of opportunities that Cambodia provides Victoria and Australian businesses is evident through a number of sectors, particularly food and agriculture, manufacturing and finances. With our strong and growing free trade and investment relationship, we are incredibly supportive of the two-way relationships between our countries, and Cambodia provides many of our local industries the opportunities to go global and take their products internationally. In 2022, the bilateral trade volume reached $546 million, which was up 65% on 2021. That's a remarkable growth. Expansion is the key to growing both our local business and your local business, and the ongoing success of our economies. It's with great pride that our two chambers of commerce have agreed to a memorandum of understanding, which was signed yesterday in the Victorian Chamber's headquarters. It was a moment of great significance that I was honoured to be very much a part of. The MOU will mean greater opportunities to promote trade, investment, and economic cooperation between Cambodia and Australia. At the Victorian Chamber, we know from our membership there is strong engagement and through business matching sessions. There is strong interest to further the ties between both Victoria and Cambodia, and in fact wider Australia as well, with the trade relationships. There is real appetite on both sides to continue to connect and continue to grow together. Cambodia is a country that is on the move, and the direction is up. Together, let us enhance the relationships and businesses of our two great nations. It's an honour to be with you today, and I wish you all a very successful business summer. And as the video said, let us all get behind Cambodia and the Kingdom of Opportunity. Finally, to the Prime Minister and to the President of the Cambodian Chamber, you're welcome in Victoria and Australia anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul Gura, for your remarkable speech. Up next, I would like to invite Honourable Mr. Anglak Chantivong, Minister for Industry and Trade, New South Wales, to deliver his special remarks.
Not as tall as you, Paul. Good morning, His Excellency, Mr. Somdek Today, Manay, Your Excellency Deputy Prime Ministers, Chunto and Sophia, Minister for Commerce, Her Excellency Minister Chanun, and of course our host, Mr. Neek. Also His Excellency Dr. John Baray, Ambassador to the Kingdom of Thailand. Friends, delegates from the Khmer, Suk Sabai, Svakpon, and also stay. Welcome and good morning. Can I first acknowledge that we are indeed on the lands of our first Australians, Australians governed after 65,000 years doing trade and investment in our great country.
Welcome to Australia and thank you for the invitation to me to meet with you and discuss trade and investment opportunities between Cambodia and Australia. Whilst I am here in my capacity as the New South Wales Minister for Industry and Trade, this event is indeed a celebration of Australia's close and growing relationship with Cambodia. And I'd also like to make a special mention to my friends from the Victorian Government to note that, of course, I see the picture of Australia's great city right here in Sydney, right here in Melbourne. So, of course, it's been 50 years since Australia became ASEAN's first dialogue partner. Australia and Cambodia are long-standing bilateral and regional partners, celebrating 70 years of bilateral relations in 2022. But as we reflect on both milestones, there is a lot to celebrate about what has been achieved and good reasons to be optimistic about our shared future opportunities. We welcome their excellencies this morning first and foremost as friends of Australia. You can also count on the New South Wales and New South Wales Government to be a reliable partner of Team Australia as we help Cambodia fulfil its economic goals and provide a better and sustainable future for all Cambodians. As the nation's largest economy, both in GDP and population, New South Wales has a lot to offer Cambodia in the coming years, and we also want to learn a lot from our Cambodian friends as well. I'm deeply passionate about strengthening our relationships with our friendly neighbours to help grow our mutual prosperity and meet our shared challenges. Southeast Asia is set to become the world's fourth largest economy by 2040, offering unmatched opportunities for trade and investment. The ties between our countries have deepened through mutual interests in trade, education and development assistance. As Cambodia's fifth largest donor, Australia's development programs have played a significant role in supporting Cambodia's socio-economic development. We want Cambodia to continue its journey to future success. One of the key recommendations made by Mr. Nicholas Moore's report in his South Asian Strategy report to the Commonwealth was in essence that we needed to know each other better, and that indeed is so true. I see enormous opportunities in promoting cultural exchanges and further developing our people-to-people connections. If we get to know each other, understanding and mutual trust builds, and as we all know, trusted relationships are the foundations on which business opportunities are built. It is essentially about kakaro, smaritnia, equal respect. In New South Wales, we are indeed focused on building relationships and seeking out two-way opportunities for investment and economic growth. I'm interested to learn more about the untapped opportunities in the Kingdom of Cambodia. As your markets already, New South Wales is the third largest two-way trading partner with a combined about $36.4 billion just in the last financial year. Our two-way trade rates of goods has been growing on a year basis of more than 12.5%. While the 5-year growth in Australia's merchandising trade with Cambodia was impressive at 29% for imports and 20% for exports, it is really coming off on a low base. I think we can all agree that our two-way trade, which was $1.1 billion in 2020, could be far greater, and that is indeed an ambition and aspiration for all of us. For our part, the New South Wales Government has full-time representatives in the region in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia and Vietnam. They work closely with Austrade, connecting Southeast Asian investors and businesses with New South Wales. In other countries like Cambodia, we work with the local Austrade teams to support business where help can be provided. The sweet spot for our mutual prosperity is where our strengths complement ASEAN needs. There are excellent opportunities to deepen economic cooperation, particularly in agricultural products and technologies, in health, in education, and skills meeting the global challenges together. We want New South Wales to lead Australia when it comes to attracting investment and generating jobs for the transition towards a net zero economy. We have substantial resources that are vital to the development of renewable technologies, critical minerals, abundant sunlight and wind, advanced research capabilities, and a highly skilled workforce. Working with ASEAN, we can be powerful allies, helping to provide energy security, diversifying supply chains, and ultimately decarbonising all of our economies. International education is indeed New South Wales' largest service export, worth more than $13 billion in 2022-23. The Asia region is our third largest source of international students, and Asian students are incredible contributors to our local communities. With some of the best universities in the world, our pathways to higher education, combined degrees, skills development, and micro-credentials in New South Wales is ready to meet the learning needs of our region's young and dynamic population as they make their great contribution as the world continually changes. But on top of education, of course, New South Wales has innovation precincts designed to attract the global talent and investment that's needed. In the heart of Sydney, Tech Central, for example, is the top-ranked startup innovation ecosystem in the Southern Hemisphere, focused on accelerating growth of high-potential organisations and integrating international entities. In the 2 years since its launch, our Tech Central has become home to $68 billion worth of innovation ecosystem, which attracts around $1.3 billion in early-stage funding each year, and it is home to 5 Australian unicorns with a combined market value of about $89 billion. An international landing pad at the Sydney Startup Hub offers eligible startups from anywhere in the world free co-working spaces, market information briefings and ongoing connections. The landing pad is now open to applications, and I warmly invite Cambodian startups to actually apply. Trade and investment brings our people together, sharing prosperity across our borders. And prosperity brings peace and security that will definitely benefit our region and the world. We can learn so much from each other, and we can offer so much to each other. If we can help countries like Cambodia achieve their economic goals, then we'll live in a more prosperous, happier and safer region. That is good for the people of ASEAN, and it's good for Australians. We should have the aim, what I think, of becoming special friends. The challenge is before us all to play our respective parts to deliver standards of living for all our citizens, Australians and ASEAN citizens. The opportunities, economic, social and cultural, will only be limited by our own aspirations and our ambitions. I look very much forward to successful partnerships in the next 50 years. Thank you very much. Welcome today.
Thank you, Minister, for your remarkable speech. To make this auspicious forum even more remarkable, I am honoured to invite Samdech Mahamawar Thapadei Honmanay, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, to deliver his opening remarks on the stage.
First, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land and to the past and present elders. Honorable Mr. Analak Chantimo, Minister for Industry and Trade, New South Wales, Nyakivay, President of Cambodia Chamber of Commerce, and Chair of ASEAN Business Advisory Council's Cambodia, Mr. Paul Guerra, CEO of Victoria Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure to preside over the Australian-Cambodian Business Forum here in the vibrant city of Melbourne, a city renowned for its cultural diversity. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce and the Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for orchestrating this significant event. I would like also to thank Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, for spending your precious time attending today's forum. which signifies an extraordinary opportunity to strengthen the bonds between our nations and explore immense potential for economic collaborations. For this purpose, also marks a prominent opportunity for Cambodian and Australian business communities to connect, revitalize, and turn visionary ideas into transformative actions. With Cambodia's continuous impressive growth trajectory, I am certain that Australian businesses will find a range of untapped opportunities in Cambodia business and investment landscape. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Australia and Cambodia enjoys a partnership built on strong historical foundations. Our formal diplomatic relations began in 1952, that's before Cambodia's independence, demonstrating Australia's early recognitions and Cambodia's independence. Over the past 7 decades, Australia has always been instrumental in Cambodia's socio-economic development. Through its pivotal role in the 1991 Paris Peace Agreement, trade and investment, as well as continuous assistance in many fields, such as education, agriculture, infrastructure, demining, and health. In particular, Cambodia has received over 1.3 billion Australian dollars in development assistance, reflecting Australia's strong commitment to supporting Cambodia's development, especially from low-income economy to become a lower middle-income country in 2050, and transitions toward a more resilient and inclusive upper middle-income nation by 2030, and high-income nation by 2050. Through programs like CAPRED, for instance, Australia is helping Cambodia to prepare for graduations from the least developed countries status to achieve sustainable economic growth. Growing connections between our people through education, tourism, and culture further refine our relationship foundations. Australia is a popular destination for Cambodian students pursuing higher education. The number of Cambodian students studying in Australian university has grown significantly. That's including some of my brothers who are here as well. And 2 days ago, we did quite about 500 of them joining there. And this is not just only about degrees, but also about building understanding across generations. At the same time, Cambodia is pleased to see the strong recovery of tourist arrival from Australia after the pandemic. Additionally, the vibrant Cambodian Australian community serves as a bridge and plays a crucial role in strengthening the bonds between our nations. Stories of Yakadin is replicated by many Australians, Cambodians, families. According to the Australia 2021 census, over 57,000 people of Cambodian origins call Australia home. The second generation of Cambodian Australians are integrated into mainstream Australian society while being appreciative of their cultural roots. Their stories are ones of overcoming obstacles, building a better life, and fostering a vibrant legacy. At regional levels, Cambodia's active role in ASEAN has served as a catalyst for strengthening its relationship with Australia. The Australian government's Southeast Asia Economic Strategy to 2040 reinforced this momentum, paving the way for greater economic engagement with Cambodia. This strategy, along with free trade agreements like the ASEAN-Australia-New Zealand Free Trade Area, AANZ FTA, upgrade signed in Indonesia on 21st of August 2023, and the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP, enrich collaboration between our nations and across the Southeast Asia regions. This partnership has translated into consistent growth and two-way trade in recent years. Cambodia exports to Australia particularly in garment, footwear, travel goods, and agricultural products like rice, cashew nuts, and tropical food have surged, a trend added by preferential market access provided by trade agreements. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we reflect on the long-standing partnership between Cambodia and Australia, it becomes evident that there is still untapped potential for further cooperations. I remember 2022 marked a momentous milestone in our diplomatic relations. The Honourable Anthony Albanese, Prime Minister of Australia, during his visit to Cambodia for the 40th and 41st ASEAN Summit and related summits, and Cambodia former Prime Minister Select Mahasana Panay Johansson held a bilateral meeting to commemorate our 70th anniversary of diplomatic relations, while we to deepen bilateral cooperation in trade and investment in related areas. Over the past 3 decades, Australia has always been a key investor in Cambodia. Australia's commercial interests in Cambodia have centered many sectors, including educational service, food and beverages, finance services, mining and resources, hospitality and garment sourcing. Australia's investment in Cambodia is not just a strategic decision, it's an investment in the future prosperity of both nations. Cambodia's economic growth strategically, along with our strategic location in the Indo-Pacific regions, presents a wealth of opportunity for Australian business and investors. At the same time, Australian investments in Cambodia contribute significantly to job creation and sustainable economic growth of the country. Going forward, I strongly believe Australia's investment in Cambodia will become even more essential in a diverse range of sectors, such as agriculture and agro-industry, education, digital economy, infrastructure, and green energy. The royal government of Cambodia has been carrying out deep reforms to make Cambodia an attractive destination that offers avenues for profitable investment ventures such as yours. We have been working closely with local and international businesses and investors to address challenges to guarantee successful businesses and investment in Cambodia, as evidenced by the regular organization of the Government-Private Sector Forum. Just a few months ago, on the 13th of November 2023, I personally presided over the 19th Government-Private Sector Forum, where we have introduced many key reforms in 10 areas related to businesses, trade, and investments. The royal government firmly believes that a thriving private sector is essential to our nation's socio-economic progress. Hence, we are deeply committed to fostering an environment conducive to business and investment. This commitment is evidenced in our new law organizations, which fosters transparency, predictability, and attractive tax structure, and our new law on investment offering smart and favorable incentive scheme and a range of aftercare services. The launch of the new handbook on investing in Cambodia, prepared by Australia's DFAT and the Council for the Development of Cambodia in July 2023, served as a comprehensive guide for prospective investors. In addition, the royal government has been striving to ensure businesses and investment in Cambodia have a good access to local and international market and necessary factors. Our membership in major bilateral and multilateral FTAs offers incredible opportunities for exporting-oriented businesses, positioning businesses and investment in Cambodia for long-term success. Cambodia's ongoing investments in major infrastructure, expressways, deep sea port, international airport, as well as logistics hub, seeks to seamlessly connect the transportation network with vital economic hubs and corridors both in the country and in the regions. Also, we recently launched a free vocational and technical training program for 1.5 million young people from poor and vulnerable households across the country over the next 5 years. This is a tremendous injection of labor force into the market. An effort that will translate into an abundance of local skills workforce and production cost reductions. Last but not least, Cambodia's commitment to sustainable energy presents a lucrative opportunity for Australian investors. With abundant solar and hydropower, potential and ambitious target outlined in the Power Development Master Plan 2022-2040, Cambodia is an ideal market to deploy Australian expertise. The country's focus on reliability and affordability and its target of reaching carbon neutrality by 2050 create a sustainable long-term investment environment. For Australia's clean energies company, this represents more than simply a business venture. It is a chance to lead in dynamic market, support sustainable development goals, and reinforce Australia's reputation as a global player in transitions to clean energy future. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude my remarks, I urge Australian investors seeking new horizons to visit Cambodia, experience the nation's dynamic potentials, explore its diverse opportunities to take advantage of first mover benefit, and make strategic decisions aligned with our strong bilateral relationship. Cambodia offers avenue for growth. We welcome you with open arms, offering steadfast support, genuine hospitality, and a shared commitment to prosperity. Like in Cambodia, we say, here 1,000 times cannot compare to seeing it one time. So please visit us and see for your own eyes the prosperity that's offered and the opportunities that Cambodia can offer. I wish this forum success and wish you good health and success in all your endeavors. I now declare the opening of the Australia-Cambodia Business Forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samdak Thipade, Prime Minister Holmanay. May I request Samdak Thipade, Prime Minister, to remain on stage and give the honour to witness the MOU exchange. Now, I would like to invite Net Ong Nhan Kit, President of Cambodia Chamber of Commerce and Chair of ASEAN Business Advisory Council Cambodia. His Excellency Jantol, Deputy Prime Minister, First Chairman of Council for Development of Cambodia. His Excellency Janta Sophia, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. His Excellency Chao Jinimul, Minister of Commerce. Honourable Mr. Anulan Chantibong, Minister of Industry and Trade, New South Wales. Paul Gura, CEO of Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. T. Tan, President of Melbourne CCC Representative Office. Mr. Jerry Zhu, Founder and CEO of La Vie Hospitality Group. Dr. Hausadei Bourne, Chairman of Innovation and Development Investor Association. Now we proceed with the MOU exchange. I would like to invite Now President of the Victorian Chamber of Commerce, and Paul Gura, CEO of Victorian Chamber of Commerce, and wishes to exchange the MOU. I would like to invite Dr. Apsara, Chairman of Innovation and Development Investors Association, and Mr. Max Baer, Chairman of Lovey Hospitality Group, to exchange the MOU. Come to the front. Would you like to step forward, please? Go. Photos. May I now invite all distinguished guests in the room to stand up for Select Prime Minister's departure. For the final item on our agenda, we have the business matching and networking session, where I encourage everyone in the room to take out your name cards and get to know each other better, followed by a stand-up networking lunch. Thank you. So we have networking lunch outside on the left-hand side of the room. We hope you have a great day, a fruitful day in Melbourne.